Would you like an easier way to be able to manage all of your email? Or perhaps convert any message into a task? Or even add notes to important emails? In this video, I will show you how to do all three of those. Now, for many of us, whenever we get an email or an important message or something we want to deal with later, we're using labels similar to what I have over here on the left-hand side. So maybe this email I need to respond to pretty quickly, so I'll add it to follow up. Or maybe I'm waiting for a response to this email here, so I'll put it in waiting. While you can add a label or multiple labels to any email, there is a problem. There's no context along with that email. So you may have trouble remembering what you were supposed to do with that email even though it's under a label. So when you come back to it, are you going to have to reread the entire email just to figure out why you labeled it in the first place? Now, there's a much easier way to do this than just simply labeling it. And to do that, we're going to use Google Tasks. Over here on the side panel, you will always see an icon for Google Tasks, and click on there and it will open up your task list. Now, I've created a new task list labeled email, and it's specifically for adding my emails to. Now, this one's specifically for email. This is not my to-do list or my bills task list. And this will help me go through my emails faster and more efficiently. And it will help me remember why I flagged the email to begin with without having to read the whole email. So if I open this email here, I can go up to the top, click more, and then click add to task. And immediately it creates a task and it automatically puts the link to the email itself in here. Now, by default, it will bring everything over from the subject line, but while the cursor is still over here, you can simply hit Control+A to select everything, and then you can simply type in a title to remind you of what to do with the email. So you can say review discount code. Just something short, quick, and simple to allow you to remember what you're supposed to do with it. There's no need to be very detailed because it already has a direct link to the original email. Now, if you want to add more details, you can here. And now I can simply just go back to the email and click archive, and then simply move on to my next email. And then maybe there's something else in the next email that needs to be done. You simply go back up, add it to task, create something to remind you. And this time, maybe we'll want to add a date for sometime next week. Hit OK. Again, something short and simple to remind me what it is. And then I'll simply go over here and click archive, and it will move me to the next email. Now those emails are no longer in my inbox, but I can always go back over to my task list, and I'll be able to review these messages when I need to and know exactly the details that I need to know for them. So let's say, for example, this discount code is about to expire, so I need to add a due date on it, and I'll put the 17th for it. Click OK. And here you can see you can go directly to the message itself by just simply clicking on the quick link to it. And from there, I can immediately reply to the email or download an attachment, whatever you need to do. And then when I'm finished with it, I can simply click the check mark and complete the task and take it off the task list. Now, you can also make use of this in Google Calendar. Now, if you didn't already know, when you're in Google Calendar, you can see the full view of your task list by clicking switch to task at the top right. And as you can see here, I have my three main task lists: my to-do list, my bills, and my email. And so even if you don't have Gmail open, you can click directly on these links and go straight to the email. And if you happen to have any tasks that do have a due date, you'll notice that they also will show up on your calendar. And here's that review discount code for earlier, so you can click on there. And if you notice in the item details, you'll see view related email. You can click on this link and it will take you straight to the email. And probably the best part is all of these features, from adding an email to a task, and then adding a date and adding your task list to your calendar, can also be done on your mobile devices. So next time, instead of using just a label, or instead of using a label at all, you may want to use Google Tasks so that you can add due dates and other notes to the email to remind you of what you are supposed to do with it.